Is I, Sam Kunon, back a year later to Final Fantasy XIV. Now, it's been a while, and until like about a week, maybe a week and a half ago, I finally decided to get back on this. So this game has been on my mind for a very, very long time. Since I like stopped my time on streaming so often as I did, but it feels like such a long time ago. Oh yeah, and I grew his hair out because I don't know. I thought it would be fitting since it's been a year, almost 2 years on some of them. I think, which is mind-boggling to think about, because it doesn't. 2022 was like a flash for me. I got like my first like big job, and and a bunch of other stuff happened in between, and I just couldn't stream. Not it was not well. It wasn't only that I couldn't stream. Obviously, there was plenty of time. I probably could have, but I never found like it never felt right that I like could get back to the level I was before, and I don't think I ever will stream as often as I used to. This time around, I'm streaming at this time like a lot earlier than I usually would as well because honestly, I've been having a lot of internet issues. Like my last two streams were like absolutely destroyed. Well, not the streams themselves, but my morale sure was because they just cut off like 5 times. So I'm hoping that maybe if I do it at a different time, then perhaps, just maybe, the internet will hold on because it's a different time. I don't know if the logic holds up. That's why I'm here to test it out. Um, so yeah. Also, I know there's more story that's been added through because it's been a while, but I'm not gonna go do that yet. I'm between half of like just wanting to wait for more. I don't know how much story there is to begin with that's been added, but I saw some footage of a really cool looking raid, and I thought, man, this looks really fun, and I really want to try it out. And I know I don't have a guild or a group or anything of the sort, so it might be a lot tougher than it probably ought to be. And I have no clue what the most of the fight is gonna consist of. But I saw it, and it was like a combination of a fight with Garuda and Ifrit at the same time, and then they combine, and the music's so cool. And then there was a version of Titan that's like new. I think it's gonna be like the last raid of the group. And I was like, you know what? I got I don't know. I was also listening to the to music from Final Fantasy because I just got like in the mood. And then I remembered that one time, or more like that, more than once, I got freaking launched off the boss fight. No, I think both times actually. I was just being dumb. I was pretty new still, and I just freaking jumped off the edge. But I still fall Titan for it because he's I don't know. It's just his fault. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna get revenge on that. Hopefully. Now I'm not playing as my bard because I was gonna level it up, but I just didn't have. I don't know. It's just too much too much work. You know, level 60 to 90. I'm just not too lazy. It's more like I keep ricocheting off different jobs. For example, I also leveled up. I grabbed this one. I unlocked it, but then I didn't level it up. I leveled up a little bit of the gladiator, a little bit of the reaper. I think like once maybe. And then I also uncovered a bunch of like the gathering jobs because I just really thought, man, it'd be cool. After all, if I did become a little bit more self-sufficient, that and I'm running low on gil, and apparently this is a really good way to make it. Not only that, but I've seen there's a lot of like cool glamour things you can get. So yeah. Oh yeah, I also consider Dark Knight, but I don't know. I just really like playing Sage. What can I say? Also, I changed up a bit my HUD. This I did like literally last night, so I don't know how this is gonna go. I've been playing a little bit, trying to get my back into the feel of the game before actually streaming it as well, because I want to like not only like it's like one's attention right now, but I don't know why he like my oh yeah, I changed microphone because the other one wasn't working as well either. I realized last stream that I was super quiet. It's just like wasn't working. So yeah. So yeah, without further ado, we'll get into it. Sorry if you hear my cat meow a bit more. I don't know how long the stream's gonna be. It is mostly a test run. Well, it's both. I wanna play this. I wanna stream this game again, but and do these raids. But at the same time, I wanna see if maybe doing the streams a little bit earlier is gonna help with the signal or not. I'm not really sure. So yeah, fingers crossed. If it cuts off, I think I'll just take a break for a couple of days and give myself a little bit more time to figure it out because I didn't really give myself off much time since yesterday. So yeah, let's get into it. In the middle of nowhere, one of the Crystarium guards is particularly relieved to have found you. So yeah, hopefully I don't drag. I'm a little bit scared that I'm gonna like drag behind the people that get on duty roulette with me, but we'll see how it goes. Ah, Semko, have you seen Ryan? She's been looking for you. Wait here, I'll go and get her. I don't think we've seen her since Shadowbringers, I guess. There, I don't know. I've forgotten a lot of points of the story because God, it really has been a year. So hopefully I'm not too like I don't embarrass myself too much by like completely forgetting the names. Come on, man. What do you want? He just stares at me. Simon, I mean my cat. I don't know what's every time I stream he makes a scene. He's like I don't know, he thinks that he's calling for help, he thinks I'm going mad. Because I'm just talking to myself, basically. There you are. The truth is, I need your help. Now, hold on. I haven't even told you what it is yet. Ahem. After you defeated Emmet Selk, I sensed a strange concentration of light somewhere far to the south. In the empty, the lands that were once swallowed by the flood. Oh yeah, I guess she did go explore it with somebody else. I turn to look at him and he stops meowing. I don't know. I don't know what he wants. He just doesn't like that I'm talking to myself. He's like, stop it, man. Hold on. All right, let's keep going. So yeah, the empty, like the big place. I always wondered if there was more to that, or if like the zones we were in was like the last bits of the world. I think it was. I can't tell what it is, but we have to find out. For all we know, it might even be another Light Warden. But whatever it may be, I don't intend to stand by and watch. I'll. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Thancred, Urian J, and I have a few theories that we plan to test once we find whatever's causing this. The three of us were reluctant to ask for your help, considering everything that you've been through. The thing is, you're the only person who can defeat a Light Warden without becoming one yourself, so we have no choice. Well, we don't want to jump to conclusions. It would be a good idea to have you there just in case. So, come with us? Yeah, I wouldn't have it any other way. Perhaps we should let sleeping those dogs lie. What is it, boy? It's coming over. Thank you. This means a lot. First of all, let's head to the Derrick in Am Arang. Tancred and Nuri and Jay should have everything ready by now. So I don't think this is new, technically. This is more like I guess what you would have done while you waited for Endwalker, which makes Uri and Jay and Thancred still being here makes sense, because otherwise it would be like, huh? How? How do you mean? That's impossible. So yeah. Alright, alright. So I'm hoping that we'll get to at least one of the fights, and then I'll end the stream, depending on how long that takes. Like I said, it's mostly a test today. I want to see... Oh, wait, no, this isn't... No, this is where we saw the first person turn into a... Into a light warden? No, what were they called? Unnamed. No, that's not it either. What were they called? I don't remember. But I remember this place slightly. It feels weird being here. I haven't like gone around too many places since we started playing. It's been like 2 weeks-ish, roughly. And I haven't really explored that much or gone to the old places. I've gone to Mare Lamentorum on the moon. As you can see over here, I have a couple of quests that I tried to start, and most of them I didn't finish for different reasons. But yeah, we'll see. For now, we'll just keep going with this. Really excited to see what it is that lies beyond the flood. I hope the desert creatures didn't give you too much trouble on the way here. I doubt they posed any sort of challenge to him. Wool that I could say the same with confidence about whether a fiend may be waiting for us out there. Even if the light that Ryan senses turns out to be nothing of consequence, the empty is hardly the most welcoming of places. Anything that could survive out there is not to be trifled with. Moreover, it should be reiterated that the light blasted wasteland poseth as severe a threat as any foe might face. I, I had forgotten that I had to get fancy with reading Rian J. In any event, we are in agreement that this phenomenon doth warrant investigation, though for lack of more precise means of navigation, we must needs rely on Ryan's innate abilities to guide us. I have formed several hypotheses regarding the nature of the light, but speculation is a poor substitute for first-hand observation. There'll be plenty of time for us to talk about it on the way. I should probably make this bigger. I probably make myself less prone to uh, getting my dyslexia in the way of reading this stuff. Is the Sky Slipper ready, Thancred? Ready to take us wherever we need to go, aye. Back again too, maybe, if we ask nicely. I think I've seen this as a mount before. Though the light hath been expunged from Norvant, the ambient ether of the empty is still corrupted, dangerously so in fact. The flood of light devastated everything in its wake, the soil, the air, the water, all rendered incapable of supporting life. Yes, because the Fire Nation attacked. It's like earth, water, and we skip fire and then there's air. 'Tis due to this imbalance that the empty remaineth utterly uninhabitable, even a century thereafter. That's why we're taking every possible precaution between the aetherometers I've packed and Ryan's unique abilities. We should be able to detect and measure any fluctuations in our alignments. God. According to the Crystarium scouts, a few days out there won't affect us in any noticeable degree, but much longer than that, and we risk becoming Scene Eaters. Oh, that's what they were called, okay. Scene Eaters. Since we still don't know how Chocobos and Amaro will fare in the empty, we opted for a more mechanical mode of transportation. This comes courtesy of the researchers at the Mean, who found it in the Crystal Tower and restored it to working order. It's quite safe, I promise. The person in charge said he'll have parts delivered from the Crystarium should anything break. He seemed quite eager to see what we bring back from the empty, even though I told him we're not hunting for treasure. I'll introduce you if we have a chance to stop by Mordsuk at some point. I hope I said that right. Anyway, I think that covers everything. When you're ready to leave, just say the word. Alright, let's get out of here. Or let's get out there. Well then, shall we? Yes. Yeah, I realized now that we never really went to the empty. It was just kind of left as a side thing. It probably got added as like an in-between while people waited for Endwalker, and I just never really knew. I never even knew about it until like yesterday, I think. Or least a little bit. Forgot how good the music on this is. With a name like The Empty, I wasn't expecting much in the way of pleasant scenery, but this is downright depressing. To look on the land swallowed by the flood with mine own eyes, 'tis a chilling sight indeed. Approximately 9/10ths of this world are as this, a slate all but wiped clean. What is it, like sand that covers everything? Were it not for the warriors of darkness and Minfilia. Ryan, are you sure we're heading in the right direction? Yes, I'm certain. There's no telling how far away it is, though. Nothing for it but to keep going then. You two back there may as well take a nap. I have a feeling we've a good Malms ahead of us. Hey Thancred, are we there yet? He's just gonna like throw me out of it. That doesn't seem like a safe way to carry the packages either. Or luggage, I mean, not packages. What are you talking about? I do know how to say words. I have to say, it's a touch larger than I was expecting, and is it sleeping? What is? What is that? Is it like sand or salt? Oh, bird. Like a Dark Souls bird. The empty. No, it's waking up. I don't like the sound of that. Is it a light warden? No, it looks like one. No, I don't think so. Instead of being filled with light, it is light. Okay, that explains it, everything. The first Scene Eater. Huh. Long have I strived to unravel the mystery surrounding the flood of light, to discover what set the terrible cataclysm in motion. Every thread led to the same conclusion, the same single point, or single being. I have reason to believe that the entity we see before us is the first Sin Eater, the instigator of the flood, the very foe Minfilia vanquished centuries ago. It looks like a house, but with like I don't know, a bird fused with a house. She gave everything she had and won. But this abomination couldn't do her work. Aye, the possibility cannot be denied, though it is oft said that destruction and creation are but two sides of the same coin. Rhine, knowest thou of what I speak? The power to shape reality, to bend the laws of nature, for what was once shattered may be forged anew. That's all well and good, don't think don't you think we should give it a name first? Eden. I think at that popped up I was about to say some weird BS name. Utopia in Fae, a most auspicious title. Now that that's settled, perhaps we should find a spot to set up camp. I even brought a couple of tents on the off chance, but pitching the damned thing is something of a fine art. Does anyone fancy helping me? I thought when they said it was waking up, like it was like immediately, like right about to just rise up and like immediately like, oh, we gotta fight it now. Gotta pace. So is this just a place we're gonna be able to come back to, or is it just a temporary thing? Can I go towards it? Is it moving? Like if I put this, will it look like the feather is getting closer to the mouse? No, it's absolutely still. Alright, fine, let's keep going then. I wanna see what it looks like when it rises up. I'm a sucker for giant monsters. I never realized that putting tents up could be such a bother. Still, I'm glad that we got there in the end. Tancred should be back from scouting the area soon. Once he's here, we can plan our next move. Wait, is he like getting close to it and poking it? See if during the course of your investigation you may discover valuable artifacts. This can be exchanged for equipment by speaking with Ghoul Ghoul in Mordsuk or Yal Yal in Elmore. Oh wow. I hope we don't get too many items because I've been getting gathering jobs and my equipment, I actually equipped it and I had like half of it cut off and now it's filled up again with like bait and wood and other types of materials. So hopefully we don't get too many things because I don't want to have to like midstream once again sort out this mess of an inventory I have got going on. Deploy the core. Rhina waits anxiously for Thancred to return from the surveyed vicinity. I wonder what's taking Thancred so long. Calm down, man. It's been like, what, 2 minutes? Not even a minute. It's always weird. This is gonna be like the first time. I don't know how long it's gonna take, but I'm pretty sure they're still gonna add expansions. It's gonna be the first time that I get to like wait and do the in between. And when I finish, like when I do catch up, I'm gonna actually have to wait. Because on the other times, I basically just shot through the whole story, and it was weird because every time you finish like a part of an expansion, or a part that like it was in between expansions and they were adding like slowly at the time, and they were like, "Oh wow, it's been weeks. How have you been?" And I'm like, "Dude, I we literally just finished talking about what happened and stuff like that." So this time around, actually, I don't know, it's gonna make more sense, the dialogue, and it's not gonna feel. I mean, it never really felt repetitive, but I don't know. I like this that I'm gonna be more like in the moment. Ah, there he is. Well, that was rather uneventful. Not that I'm complaining. Oh, hey, Hydric. You find anything? No, thankfully. There's not but barren plains in every direction, apart from the Eden, obviously. I tried approaching it, and the brute didn't even seem to notice me. I thought it best not to tempt fate, so I withdrew. We should act now, before it's fully awake. Meaning, what exactly? Yeah, how are we gonna... The thing's really... It's probably bigger than it looks from here. When I think about the flood of light, I get the feeling that rather than destroying everything in its path, what it actually did was stop the flow of ether. Of course, that means that all of the plants, animals, and people here could no longer survive. They must have crumpled to dust in the years since. But the ether is still here, lying dormant. If Eden is the one that caused it, maybe it can get flowing. It can get flowing again. I just realized I was about to say the dumbest thing. I was about to say I wonder if this is actually what leads me to the primals, and then I remember, oh wait, this whole thing is called Eden, and she just named it, the big thing Eden, and it. A lot of the time I make mistakes like this, and after the stream I watch like the footage, and I'm like, God, how am I? I'm pretty dumb sometimes, or most of the time, and I realized way after. I don't know why. I don't know for certain, but I think I can use Eden to bring life back to the empty. Now, hold on a moment. What makes you think that's even possible? And how do you even expect to control that kind of power? Ryan's aspiration may not be as preposterous as thou dost surmise. I believe Minfilia halted the flood of light at. Oh, God. I believe. Damn, I was on a roll. I believe Minfilia halted the flood of light's advance, not by destroying Eden, but by silencing it. And in so doing, she hath gifted us an opportunity too precious to waste. Even now, the flame of hope burns on. Aye, as Minfilia's successor, it standeth to reason that Rhine doth possess the means to exert her will over Eden. But such a monumental task is not to be taken lightly. What sayest thou, Samko? I imagine this is easier said than done. We'll put her life at risk. Yeah, it doesn't seem very safe. There's more at stake than just my life. If Eden is allowed to awaken, who knows what will happen? I have to try. Very well, Ryan. You made up your mind. So how should we go about this? We should poke it with a stick. Maybe it is dead. I have an idea. I've been studying it carefully ever since we arrived, and it seems to me that the light is more concentrated at a certain point. I suppose you could call it a core. That giant Talos had a core too, like a beating heart. It controlled the flow of ether. If Eden's core is the same, perhaps we could use God, perhaps we could use it to restart the etheric balance. I've been wanting to get back to it, but just I don't know. It didn't feel right quite yet. Well, but I've been playing it for like a week, like a week and a half. I wanted to get back the feel of it. I want to like Because I'm getting right now what I'm about to do. When I saw the little bit of footage before, I was like, okay, I want to do this. It didn't look like an easy thing, and I was like, I probably shouldn't jump in like that. You just absolutely rusty. The theory certainly sound. Nice. Wait, do you need the? Is the free company house the same as a regular house, or you got like a house and you're sharing it with the free company? I keep reading. By employing Ethernet shards as beacons, mayhap we could trace the ethereal flow to Eden's core, and in so doing, secure the means to teleport to the very heart of the beast. Thankfully, the Settlement Council has kindly furnished us with a plethora of apparatus by which to perform such feats. However, we must needs first have Rhine study the entity's interior and chart us a suitable course. Once we have reached our destination, I shall fabricate a means by which you may directly communicate with Eden, and mayhap exert a measure of control over it. You can really do that, Torian J? All credit is due to a dear friend, a gentle soul, long since departed, who imparted me the wealth of knowledge concerning etherology. Although I am certain she will be all too quick to chastise my methodology. A lot of ology is going on. Oh, is it Moonbrida? He's probably talking about Moonbrida. They have extra rooms that work like apartments and company. Damn, I didn't catch the whole thing. So it's like a bigger house, basically. That is pretty cool. Let's see, excuse me for interrupting this trip down memory lane, but I don't imagine that Eden will be too happy about us rummaging around in its innards, for want of a better term. Yeah, it looks like a building from over here, but what if it didn't? Are you suggesting that we will go in through its mouth? Or worse? In all seriousness, though, I wouldn't be surprised. In all, in all seriousness, though, I wouldn't be surprised if there is some sort of welcoming party arranged for intruders. Perhaps you had best lead the way, Samko. I regret saying that. It's not. It's true that he's the only one who can defeat a Light Warden, but I'd rather not rely on him any more than we have to. Yes, I haven't forgotten what happened when he absorbed too much light. But as Alize said, making promises you have no way of keeping is not a kindness. Now, I wish I could put down the Wardens myself, but the simple fact is, I can't. And there's no point pretending I can. That's why I'm asking, Samko. Then, perhaps I could. You already have a job to do, remember? Yeah, I think I want to make this bigger. I need. I already have my grandpa glasses on. I got glasses in the time I wasn't streaming because my eyesight was getting absolutely worse. It's probably for all those years of League of Legends and then not, staring straight also in this game at the really pretty effects of everybody else. I actually turned that off so I can only see mine now. Yeah, probably. I think I'm gonna make this bigger after this. The only reason this plan even has a chance of success is because of your involvement. We need you to concentrate on the task at hand and guide us to the core. Not only that, you'll have to keep an eye on Eden itself. If we somehow manage to make it angry, get us out of there. Are you sure you want to go through with this? This is what I do best. For lack of any better plan, yeah. Why? There's no point in being all like, yeah, maybe. Nah, we got this. That's what we were here for. Literally, just made a beeline straight here. I won't let you down. Though we will remain here, Ryan and I shall do our utmost to guide thee along the ethereal stream. After thou hast breached the exterior, we shall remain in contact via these link pearls, courtesy of our comrades in the Crystarium. Being relics salvaged from the Crystal Tower, I fear they may be somewhat less reliable than those to which thou art accustomed. Can did we not bring like the link pearls from? Don't we always have link pearls on? I thought that was like a thing that like you have your ear like you know how they have like those in like earlier movies before ear pods were an actual thing, and they have like the fancy businessman coming out of like a Mercedes Benz with like a single ear pod with a microphone talking in the phone, business and stuff. I guess not. Maybe I'm I'm stretching it too much, I guess. But I thought that was like what the Link Peril equivalent was the equivalent of that. All right, here we go. Eden's Gate, Resurrection. Oh, right. We gotta wait. I forgot about that part. I wonder how many people are actually doing these kind of things. I it feels weird that I mean there is main story, but now I have actual room to breathe. Before I basically rushed the whole thing, the whole story, just to get to the just to be ready for Endwalker. But now it's like I can just chill out and wait. I can do the side stuff. I can actually, look around and see what's special. I didn't even know this thing existed until yesterday. God knows how many other trials and raids I've never done because I just blasted through the whole story. So I'm really excited to see what else I can find while we wait for whatever the next expansion is announced. And even then, I'll still have a lot of time. So I'm excited to see. Maybe I'll get really good, and then maybe I'll get actual. Now I'll actually have some time to get my slow ass to level up another class to level 90. Maybe it's two if I'm feeling adventurous. But I guess we'll see. Only time will tell. Damn, is it really not? It says 5 minutes. I guess I guess this is all content to most people by now. I've seen a lot of people do a raid with what looks like the Omega machine, but I'm not really sure what that's about. I want to get spoiled of that yet, so I think not only that, but it looks like it's really hard. And I'm skipping a bunch of like, who knows? There's probably a bunch of trials from like Stormblood and A Realm Reborn, like all the other expansions behind me, and I'm skipping straight to this, which is Shadowbringers. So this is probably gonna be really really tough. Yeah, I've seen a couple of streamers do like a bunch of attempts, and I haven't seen them succeed. Probably they did. I just didn't stick longer around long enough. But it looks like it's a really tough thing. I've seen them like put a bunch of like fancy pings on the ground with holographic numbers and changing position and timing their moves and stuff like that. And honestly, that looks scary because I don't know. I don't think I'm Not only will I probably be doing this like with a bunch of people I don't know and no voice chat or anything like that. I don't even know if I can get to that level. Yeah, it does look very very hard. But oh, the fancy weapons they get. I don't even know what you get for that ultimate raid, but I imagine it's another one of those like shiny, super cool looking weapons or gear. And I'm like, man, I really wish I could get one of those. I actually tried to get back to the Palace of the Death and tried to do it by myself a couple of times. Like in the first couple of days I got back, because I really wanted the. I think that's where you get one of the shiny weapons, and then also just to practice because you start from level 1, so I could just slowly build up from there. But I've only made it to like the 30th floor, I think, and then I screwed up big time, and then I got I don't know why, I just get demoralized super easy. You can check them out. Go to Radzadhan. I guess we are. But can I get back here after that? I'm kind of afraid of living here because I don't know how to get back in here. At Radzadhan. I've seen something I've seen and I really want to get as well is this. Hold on. It is I believe here. This stuff. But I don't have the gear level for it. But I unlock the savage stuff. But I need to get the gear level for this. I tried to do the level 90 raid. Not raid, sorry. The level 90 dungeon. No, not the savage ones though. I want to get through the normal ones first. So I unlocked the fifth circle, but I haven't been able to get to that because like half of my gear is level, or like the big stuff, like the clothes gear, is level 89. So it's not high enough. So I've tried a couple of times to do this one, and not once have I gotten a single healer's equipment, and it pisses me off. And I refuse to buy it. It just seems like the easy way out. Well, that, and I kind of blew all my money buying a bunch of bait for fishing, so yeah, there's also that. It's kind of my fault, really. I could have just bought like a chess piece and it would have been enough. And well, yeah, but I don't wanna make you use resources. I've seen, dude. Where's N? Yeah, it was N. Dude, I've been trying to get